Hi, my name is Erica. I am the millennial.
Hi, I'm Angela Gen Z.
And today we're going to be discussing urban legends, right, Angie?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Do you want... Huh?
We're both going to be saying some.
Yes, we're both going to be talking a little bit, or we both chose one.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be discussing it with you guys today. First, I was going to do like an urban legend, either like here in the U.S. or like in Mexico, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But Julie told me like maybe you should do one that we haven't heard before.
Dole.
Yeah, Jolet. Maybe we should do one that we haven't heard of before. And I was like, yeah, you're a genius, because we have, I feel like the ones we've already heard here, we've already heard a lot of. And they're kind of like, my opinion, you know, like a bit repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Repetitive as in a way like they're not all the same, but like you hear them so often.
Yeah.
And of course there are some that I don't know anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that I don't hear of. Mm-hmm. So I mean, there's still some, you know, that I am gonna be like looking into, researching, and sharing. But I thought that's a great idea, doing one from a different like country to see kind of like how their urban legends are. It sounds pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I guess we might as well just start, right? Unless you want to share a little bit about your week.
No.
Same. Me too. No, not much honestly, other than just working and yeah, that's it. Pretty much just working. Yeah. Trying to find the will to live. Basically, that's all I basically just have going for my life right now. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about my urban legend first, and then you'll talk about yours after.
Okay, sounds good.
Or do you want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Paper, scissors, go.
Oh, I did it. I won.
So Angie won. She chose rock. The cheater.
That's not cheating. That's like just the basic move.
She chose rock and I chose scissors, so she goes first. Go ahead, Angie, then I guess you can go first.
So my urban legend is based in Japan.
Ooh, a Japanese one. I haven't heard a Japanese one in a while.
Urban legend is called the Jinmenken. Have you heard of that? Jinmenken.
Jin isn't like a jinn like a genie kind of thing? That's what I've heard of. A jinn?
Kind of. I don't really know that much, but like from what I've seen, sometimes they're depicted as like genies or like evil spirits.
Uh-huh.
And but this is something else. It's not really a spirit. It's not a genie.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this Japanese urban legend started around the Edo period, which was 1603 to 1868, and these are creatures described as dogs with human faces, but from what I've also read, that it just doesn't have to be a dog. It can be like a cat, pig.
Oh, just any animal with a human face?
Mm-hmm. But mostly depicted as a dog. They are said to roam the streets at night in Japan, and they are not much of trouble or harmful to people, but when approached, they will either ask you to leave them alone, or like they will insult you before just running away.
Girl, same. Stop. Imagine going up to one like, what is this? This is so weird. Like, you're so creepy looking. And they look at you. They're all like, girl, you don't look so hot yourself.
Yeah, like, girl, your hair frizzy.
Or it might be like, girl, your nose big. Girl, that mole you got there.
And then just like runs away like a little dog,
looking at you like, dang, you hunchback looking. How tall are you?
Oh, girl. Like, I'm not taller myself, but I can see from my point of view, you ain't tall either.
Dang, girl, I can see the top of your head.
Girl.
Dude, that's messed up. Oh,
it was kind of messed up, but like, the good thing is that they're not harmful creatures.
Girl, just, like, if someone would hurt my emotion like that,
that'd be kind of funny.
It's odd.
I would laugh.
I would be so upset.
I would laugh.
You would laugh.
I'd be like, you're right.
Imagine Bambi telling you that.
Well, imagine Bambi having a human face.
Bambina.
That's kind of scary.
No.
I can see why people find it scary, but at the same time, not really. 'Cause as long as they're not like gonna like eat you or something, you're fine.
I feel like they find it weird. Just haven't you seen like that fish with human teeth?
Yes.
And people, I mean, it looks weird, right?
It's like the front, like
the front teeth, and then they look weird, right? They look like creepy and stuff.
They look like horse teeth.
I think one time I saw somewhere or I read somewhere that people are scared of things that look human. Didn't we discuss this already?
Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but I know it has a name.
Yeah, people are scared of things that look human because
that's why people have like a fear of like mannequins and like you know, like some shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog, like some of the monsters like look kind of human like, but not really.
Yeah,
like to look too realistic. Yeah,
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
It has a name, but I forgot what it was called. It is. It's so funny.
Sometimes I find like full episodes on TikTok and I'm like, oh heck yeah,
Girl,
watch them.
That's me, but like with SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah, SpongeBob too. Okay.
SpongeBob. Okay. So these creatures, even though they're not technically a threat, they are thought of as bad omens and were often blamed for accidents and disasters throughout the Edo period. They were occasionally spotted by the locals. They were often seen like digging like through people's trashes and stuff, just like find food, I guess.
Oh, okay. Can you imagine? It's like, oh my god, what is that? Don't worry, it's just my neighbor Fred. He's a furry.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I thought.
No, Fred. Oh, imagine naming them. Oh my god, imagine if your dog had a human.
Stop. Bambi wouldn't look so cute no more.
Bambi no would not look so cute.
No.
Okay, so they were seen so often that the media at some point wanted to catch one and film it for the people of Japan to see. There was even a mention that one was actually captured in the 1900s, but by a carnival owner who displayed it at his carnival, causing a lot of attraction and a lot of money to flow in.
Ooh, I bet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Jinmen are still an occurring like thing, because back then it used to be more often, but now like it's still like they're still kind of seen, but not that much.
Yeah.
So these days, many have claimed to see a Jinmenken and thinking that it was some sort of stray animal at first because it has like a body like a dog or cat.
Yeah.
In the late 1980s to the early 1990s, there were many reports. The creatures are mostly reported just to be seen like in alleyways and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like in dark alleyways. Like I said, either digging into trash or just standing there.
Dang.
I know, it's kind of scary, okay?
Around seeing them and then just...
They're just like, hey.
Basically, he's like, come close to me, I'll roast you. And they're like, and you're like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
My self-esteem can't take that.
Yeah. I mean, just leave them alone. They'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
But, yeah, most of these reportings came from suburban and rural areas. What does suburban mean? Or rural? Like not really isolated. I mean, isolated areas, no?
Rural area means like
an
crazy
really dog.
Yeah. Suburban area, then kind of like where we kind of live, you know, like, or the suburbs, like it's populated, people live there, but it's not like in the city. You know?
So like kind of like around here.
Kind of
like
like
at night,
here.
It's like you walk through like, you know, like the big five, you know, like the little street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like here.
Oh, okay. Okay. But some are rarely seen in urban and high complex buildings, like around like buildings.
Yeah.
Like, you know, downtown Yakima. Sometimes sometimes they're seen there. You get my example.
Yeah. They try to stay away from people, though, from what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. A really famous Jinmenken sighting was in the 1980s when it was digging around in a dark alley in the Shibuya district, which is one of the most crowded and bustling areas, so it's kind of like a surprise. These creatures are seen sometimes chasing cars.
They're like, hey, come back here. I'm not done with you.
That's kind of scary because they are also said to be able to run up to 60 miles per hour.
So I would, yeah. Ooh, no, I would be so, you know, I don't even go up to them. I'd be so scared. I'd be like, nah.
Me too. If I see a dog with a human face, I just pretend I wouldn't see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, heck. No, can you imagine them trying to attack you?
They don't attack you. They're not harmful to that extent.
They're chasing you, bro. Chasing you to
They're kind of just like barking. They're kind of like barking.
Like Bambi when she just barks at people.
Yep.
That's scary.
That's pretty scary, huh? But like instead of barking, they just like throw insults at you.
Oh my gosh.
It'd be kind of funny.
That's funny, yeah.
But yeah, they were like a really common sighting in Japan, and the people of Japan even speculated that they were secret lab experiments, either that were just released into the public or they had escaped themselves and just like populated.
Dang.
So this reminds me, actually, when I was searching this up, this reminded me of this manga I read. It's kind of like a horror manga. It is pretty graphic. So it's called Jinmen. Yeah. So this manga is about a Japanese high schooler named Masato Jingu, who very much loved animals and would always visit a local zoo nearby, which led him to befriend a baby elephant named Hanayo. He would visit and play with the elephant every day until he had to move away, unfortunately not being able to visit the zoo anymore. Uh-huh. But after 7 years, he was able to finally come back to visit, but noticed that something was off. I read this manga like 2 years ago, and I'm pretty sure it's still not complete from the last time I saw, or when I was researching, but I'm pretty sure he probably moved back. I think he moved back. So, he brought an old friend with him along to the zoo, and their name is Hitomi. When they arrived to the zoo, everything seemed normal at first until they noticed that, like, it got too quiet, and then that's when chaos wreaked havoc.
Okay.
Is that how you say it? I don't know what I just said, but that's when like all like hell broke loose, and that's when they noticed that the zookeepers were being mauled by the animals, but the animals had human faces.
Oh shoot. I thought they were not like.
Well, this is just a manga.
Okay.
So yeah, by the time they were able to like escape like the whole like scene, because I'm pretty sure they're being chased. I don't really remember, but
they must have ran 61 miles per hour.
Probably,
right?
Probably. I don't know. They're like they were quiet. But they were, by the time they were able to find the caretaker of Hanayo, though, they realized that that even the elephant had a human face. It's like his best friend. And in the manga, basically, it's all the animals.
Yeah.
In like the whole district, not district, like wherever they are. It's like a little island.
Okay. Yeah.
Kinda. They're all seeking revenge on people and just killing them. But it's more brutal than
what you're explaining.
Yeah, because at some point, I'm pretty sure like they took like people, like they started putting them like in farms and like started like treating them like actual like animals, like cows and stuff like that. Like they're breeding them, taking their milk, eating them for meat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes I think too, like when I'm like working or something, or you know, just out and about. I think it would be really, really gruesome if like if that were to actually happen, or like if the aliens were to come and start harvesting the humans and then putting them up in like in pens like that, you know, or starting them. That's what I think. Like I'm like we treat our environment and animals so bad, and if someone were to treat like a human like that, then they'd like put them straight to jail, or they'd charge them for like you know, endangerment or attempted murder or something, because you're not supposed to be treating them like that.
We're so like hypocritical.
I guess so. Yeah.
Because we see them as like they're not human, so they're not worth our respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what the people think. But yeah. Later on, they found out that like it was the government that caused this. They were mixing human DNA with the animals' DNA, which caused all that. And pretty sure at some point in the middle, the teenager, the main character, basically, he got some of that DNA mixed in him. The animal DNA mixed in him. I think it's like a gorilla. And they like I think there's a fight scene where he was fighting off some animals.
Okay. What?
I don't know. Some people from the government. Traitor. Some people from the government came in and was like, yeah. So we did this. We knew it was gonna backfire, so we came up with like Plan B, and Plan B was mixing animal DNA with human, or like putting animal DNA into humans instead of human going into animal. To like fight fire with fire.
That just sounds bad.
But like it was scarier because these animals were like getting really intelligent real fast. So, like they developed words, like speech.
They were able to speak.
Yeah, and they were able to like think and like form their own opinions. That's where they're all like, oh yeah, we're seeking revenge. But like it was kind of sad because the elephant, she was kind of like the ringleader, kinda. But the elephant never wanted this. She was just kind of like forced into it by the government. Kinda. Yeah.
Kind of reminds you of Planet of the Apes. You know, the new movies that were coming out.
But it was weird. Like in this one, the island was split apart. So like there was one half where it was like all the animals, and then the other half where it was just like people that were just like all scared because like they heard the news and stuff like that, and they were worried. So these teenagers were like on the other side, right? And their parents were like on the safe side, and they were worried, of course, but they had like no signal because everything was basically like a ghost town. It was like an apocalypse, but just instead of zombies with animals.
Dang. This sounds like something I would not want to.
Girl, even like little mice.
Stop! That's so cute.
It's not cute, girl. A bunch of little mice like just
running after you. I'd be really scared.
Eating you.
Stop.
Girl. Actually, there's like this one scene where I had a puppy. It was just a normal puppy, right? And then I think one of the animals like bit the puppy, and it was like contagious.
Oh, so they
like it's kind of like a vampire bite
or a zombie bite.
Yeah, vampire zombie. And then the puppy started turning into like it was still a puppy, but like since it was a young puppy, it had a baby human face on it. Girl, it's not funny. It's not funny. That was kind of sad because like the dog, of course, like died for a minute, and then it came back to like a human baby with the. Like, I don't know. I was like, oh, what is this?
The puppies. But reset. Reset. Oh, yeah. New character reset. Oh no, new modification. You know,
or like
new armor.
You know, Tracer's recall.
Yeah.
Recall.
But with a human face, baby human face.
Yeah. I mean, But there are some animals that were kind of nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause the teenager, the main character, he had like such a strong love for animals that he felt like sympathy for these animals.
Yeah.
And the animals could sense like his kindness towards animals. Like they could sense that he was never mistreated. He has never mistreated an animal, so they were just like nice to him, kind of more like just cautious and curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, Angie. And how old were you when you read this?
How old am I now? Like 19.
You read this now at 19?
No. I'm asking how old am I now because I'm trying to count. I'm trying to count.
Oh, I'm like, girl.
I was probably like a junior, so I was like 16, 17.
16, 15, 16.
16, 17. Because I turned 18 my senior year.
You're old.
I am old. You're old too.
Yeah, I'm not as old as you, though.
What do you mean?
If we were in the same grade, you'd be older than me.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't spoil it for myself, so I don't really know how it ends. I think it's still ongoing, actually.
It's still going.
Yes, from what I saw, it was made in 2016 or 2019. Yeah.
Like 6 years, 5 years.
But it's actually good art style, good concept, because I can see the message. Because the message is that people are really horrible to animals. Mm-hmm. If that does happen, then the humans are like just like screwed.
Basically, I feel like, yeah. I feel like if there was an uprising in animals, or aliens were to come and try to take us over, or they were to help the animals take us over, overthrow us, yeah, it would be. Yeah, because we don't really have much going on for us. We're kind of really, really weak. We have no...
We are.
Like, we have no strength compared to them. Like, the dogs have a harder bite force a lot more than we do.
Well, like, some animals are stronger.
They're stronger than
faster.
us. Faster than us.
We are, like... Yeah, we are pretty weak species. We are pretty weak species.
I mean, the only thing we have really going for us is our brain.
Yeah.
And the fact that we probably sweat, and it allows us to, like...
Cool off faster.
Yeah, and if we're running, we can't run fast, but we could run for, like, a long distance for a while, so we probably, I know there's, like, African tribes that do that they, like, tire out the animals. They, like, injure them, and then they run after them, like, in their hunt, and then they tire them out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I mean that's like hours of hunting, you know. Like,
yeah.
It's like if they want to really kill us, they'll kill us.
Oh yeah, of course.
Look at Bambi. Ow, look at that.
But yeah,
look at that face, full of hate, full of vengeance. Her little eye.
Stop. She's like falling asleep.
I know.
She's falling asleep sitting up. What do you mean?
I love you.
The hard breathe because she's old.
Aww. Stop.
She's so cute.
Look at Minnie.
Been here the whole time.
Look at Minnie. That is a face that wants nothing but destruction and despair on everybody that did it wrong.
Oh, she's so little.
She just stares at Bambi.
But yeah, but that's basically my whole story.
That's your story?
Yep.
Dang.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
That's pretty interesting.
Yep. Kind of scary, but like...
It's really scary.
I mean...
Imagine seeing one at night. Oh, heck no. I'd be like, what are you?
Imagine seeing one at night thinking it's Bambi, but it's actually a Jinmen.
Stop. I'd be so scared.
So I'd be like, oh, girl. How'd you get in here?
She'd be like, shut your fat face up right now. Mm-hmm. Imagine that would say
Show me your trash can.
I'd be like, but I know.
I'm going to turn you tamales now.
Okay. All right. So I guess it's my story now, or the urban legend that I found for this week.
What's your urban legend?
The urban legend that I found for this week is actually an Irish urban legend. Mm-hmm. And this Irish urban legend is, I'm probably pronouncing it right. I mean,
wrong.
Right? Probably pronouncing it wrong. Like before, I always botch everything up. The Dearg Due. Dearg Due.
We googled the pronunciation, but we forgot.
I know, but I'm not good. And this basically in Irish it means red bloodsucker.
It's a vampire.
And this is gonna be a vampire urban legend, and I thought perfect because it's almost Twilight season, or it's already Twilight season.
Basically, is.
Basically, kind of. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's almost time to like have our little movie marathons.
Oh my god, I'm so excited, you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Yeah.
Don't we have the CDs, like the uncut versions too? Or
probably some of them do. Yeah. I'm gonna try to like force Esteban to watch them.
You should,
because he only read the books but not the movie.
How dare he?
Because he says that
his sister.
No,
his sister.
No,
oh.
He says that he did not envision Bella like that, and that ruined it for him. And I'm like, bro, really?
He's so real for that.
He is so real for that. He's like, that's not. Yeah, so he stopped watching. He didn't want to, and I was like, yep, I understand. I guess. Okay. So for the the Dearg Due Dearg Due Dearg Due.
I think we have one right here.
I know, right?
Oh, bless you.
So this urban legend is about a woman who was known for her incredible beauty. She lived at around 2,000 years ago. It was said that she had blood red lips, silver blonde hair. This is giving like what Pat vibes, you know, like the description, like my 5 foot, my 5 foot frame with my hair up and like one of my messy hair up in a bun, you know, like
no
makeup, all natural,
like,
oversized hoodie,
hiding my curvy body,
and then it like trips and like bumps into like this really hot like tall guy. She just kind of looks at them
with her doe brown eyes.
With her doe like fair complexion, you know, or like have you seen the ones where like she's getting sold, and then like like the dad is all like, "Oh, come down here." No. She goes down there.
She's like, "Yes, father."
Yes, father. Yeah, you know, it gives like
like women being written by men. Do you know what that means? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah. I guess.
Yep.
I guess. Okay, Angie. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
It was also said that she had a very pure heart. She was loved for her kind and gentle spirit. And this legend says that this woman had fallen in love with a peasant from her village. That would be fine and all, right? The only problem is that this woman was born of noble blood.
Oh.
So this is given like Game of Thrones vibes, you know, where like there were arranged marriages, and they were arranged marriages to either like, improve the house statuses or for one house to gain money, you know, kind of like,
or just like more power.
Basically, yeah. So this young couple had began to court each other, and they were already thinking of building a family together. Mm-hmm. So her father found out. He made sure to find this woman a rich husband, and this father was extremely greedy, and he knew he wouldn't have a problem finding his daughter a rich husband because she was beautiful, and everybody kind of were like awestruck when they saw her.
She had many suitors.
Basically, yeah. There were many guys that were willing to just throw themselves at her.
Many rich men.
Many, yes, rich men too. Even poor, you know.
Oh yeah, you're right. But like the ones that had a chance.
Yeah, I guess.
That's sad.
Yeah, pretty sad.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
So the man that the father had actually found was a local chieftain. And unfortunately for this woman, the man was said to be much older than her. He was said to be ugly. We don't like them ugly, Sanji.
We don't.
No. And really cruel. But this man was extremely rich. And that's all that mattered to the man. To the father, that's all that mattered to him.
Ew.
He said, I'll make sure her name's on the will. No, actually, no. He said, I'll make sure my name's on that will.
For real.
Yeah, basically. So obviously the woman was upset of this news, but there was nothing she couldn't do. She couldn't defy her father. You know, it was at that time where when you listen to what your dad says.
Well, you're a woman, so.
And also you're a woman, and you are worth nothing. So, right? Back at this time.
I mean, worth your hand in marriage to get
I guess.
more money.
Yeah. Or you don't have that many rights, maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. The chieftain and the woman got married, and it was said that everybody was happy, but the woman and her lover, you know, because they were meant to be together. They loved each other, but it's not how it worked out in the story. The chieftain would use the woman as a trophy, and he would lock her up for days and sometimes weeks at a time. In her prison, she would be verbally and physically abused by her husband. He would litter her face and body with bruises and scars. And
how's he gonna show her off? Then?
Well, I mean, he would rather, and this is my next point here. It seemed that the chieftain would find satisfaction in being so violent and controlling of his wife. So I mean, I guess like he became addicted to that power, I guess, the feeling of power, and he like thrived in that, and he wanted to control her, and he wanted to hide her away because he didn't want anybody to see her, you know, because you know he sees, okay, he says, I got this really beautiful woman, she's all mine, everyone knows she's mine, and I'm gonna hide her away, no one else can see her. And then but at the same time he's out here like hitting her and like bruising her up, ruining her face. That's what he did. He giving her scars and stuff. The woman would only find the will in living in the hopes that the peasant that she loved would come find her and rescue her. So she was actually up there for like months and months, maybe even years, and she was stuck with him. The only thing keeping her going was the thought that she might leave with her true love. Eventually, though, the woman had lost hope of any of that of anyone saving her, for that matter. She stopped eating and drinking, and eventually she succumbed to her starvation and passed. Her final days were spent with thoughts of vengeance, and she had grown hateful. She was given a small, inexpensive funeral. Back in this time, it was custom to lay rocks in the new graves so that the bodies would not rise and walk on the earth again. This was something that the townspeople had not done, since they believed the woman had a pure heart. They had no idea of how much she had suffered and all the rage she had harbored in her final days. Her spirit had enough anger and need for revenge for her body to rise from the grave. She first went to her father's home and killed him.
Mm-hmm.
He was her first victim, and she drank all the blood from his body.
Girl boss.
Right? It's giving Twilight. Like, Rosalie. Me with Twilight. It's like I'm obsessed
It's giving
with
Twilight.
It's like I'm going to have a movie marathon soon, coming up. We can go to Julie's place.
Oh my God, we can. Do you think we can spend the night? I don't think so.
Probably not.
Minnie.
No.
And the
Yeah.
other dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes. Where was I? She then went after her widowed husband.
Mm-hmm.
She found him without an ounce of remorse of her passing and surrounded by women.
Ugh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And just like her father, she drank all the blood from his body.
What about the women?
There was nothing else. Well, when the websites I've gone to, they didn't really mention anything else from the woman. Just that I'm assuming in my head from all the other movies I've seen, they probably screamed and they ran away.
Yeah, or it's just a hatred towards men, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was said that with the blood of her enemies, she grew stronger and would allow her to walk the earth. She continued to wander at night and continued to drink the blood of young men and children. She lures people into the hills with her voice and sings enchanting songs. It is said that she has a very nice voice.
Mm-hmm.
Once she has her victims, she tears into their necks and drinks their blood. Random disappearances will be blamed on the Dearg Due, and when children would fall ill and die, it was said that the children were cursed by the female vampire song.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a legend of the Dearg Due. And if I'm missing something, I apologize. But this is all that I have read. That was it for this Irish story.
Mm-hmm.
Angie, what do you think of this one?
I mean, first it was sad, but then she got her revenge.
I mean, yeah, but she had to suffer for all that,
Yeah, but at least she killed them. But I don't know, sometimes, killing, the people that did you wrong, or from what I heard, is not really, satisfying.
How would they know, though, right?
Well, I don't know.
Let me be the judge of this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Stop.
I'm surprised. Why didn't she try to, go find, the love of her life afterwards? Or did she not want to scare him? Or, did she, just, find, a hatred towards all men? Because he didn't save her.
Maybe, yeah, because she knows she lost hope.
Mm-hmm.
She lost hope in him. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the story of the female vampire. And I know there's another urban legend. This is about a male vampire, and I think that's the male vampire. That's the vampire that had inspired Dracula.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's probably another one that we can revisit in 4 weeks from now when we revisit our urban legends again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what topic is up next. Again, I have to recheck our schedule, but yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed your story
today. Thank you. I enjoyed your urban legend as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty interesting. I mean, we'll just keep going through the different urban legends and also look through the ones here in the U.S. or through Mexico that we know of and discuss. But yeah, that's all that I have. Nothing else planned for this week.
Me neither.
Work.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. Well, that's it for today.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all for joining us. And yeah, I guess catch you all next week. Bye.
Bye.